A very good morning to all of you. I welcome you all to Baji Rao IAS Academy. Today is 3rd July 2023. This is the Hindu editorial news analysis. Today we have certain important articles which will be very helpful for your exam preparation. So let's move into our discussion. This is the quotation of the day by our favorite APJ Abdul Kalam sir. If you want to shine like a sun, first burn like a sun. See, guys, that words which are uttered by our Abdul Kalam sir, it is the very true sense of words. See, if you want to become a successful person, if you want to achieve anything in your life, you should do hard work to pursue the dream. See, to pursue the dream, you should burn like a sun. It is a very good apostrophe or a very good personification that Dr. Abdul Kalam sir has said to us. We need to ensure that we do such kind of hard work to achieve our dreams. So with perseverance and pursuance, we all should pursue our dream. So let's move into the yesterday's question. With reference to the writs issued by the courts in India, consider the following statement. And they are asking which of the following statements given above are correct. First statement, the mandamus will not lie against a private organization unless it is entrusted with a public duty. Second statement, mandamus will not lie against a company even though it may be a government company. See guys, the both one and two statement are seems to be contradictory. In first statement they are saying if they allotted the public duty, then mandamus can be against issued against them. In the second statement they are saying for public company like government company, mandamus cannot be issued. So from one and two, one statement should be wrong. So if you know the tricks, then ensure that you want to you want to stand between these first statement and the second statement. And if you see the third statement, any public-minded person can be a petitioner to move the court to obtain a writ of quo warranto. The third statement is obviously correct. Between one and two, you all will get somewhat doubt. Here, the second statement is wrong because the mandamus will be issued against all the government company. Okay, so the first statement is also correct. If someone is entrusted with the public duty, then mandamus can be issued against those persons. So option 1 and 3 are correct. Where is that option? Option C. Option C is the correct answer for this question. And what is the today's question? Which one of the following activities of Reserve Bank of India is considered to be part of sterilization? Option A, conducting open market operation. Option B, oversight of settlement and payment system. Option C, debt and cash management for the central and state government. Option D, regulating functions of non-banking financial institutions. So guys, try to give answer for this question in comment section. We will try to give you the answer in tomorrow's discussion. These are the important articles today we are going to discuss, guys. First one is making it count. What is this article all about? This article is, you all know, guys, the National Family Health Survey, sixth one, sixth version of National Health Family Survey has been conducted in our India. It is going on process, and in this, the center has said they are not going to collect the data regarding the person with disabilities. So, because of this, there have been certain against point regarding the government's activity. So we will see what is the importance of disabled persons in our India and how much percentage they constitute as a population and what are the problems they pass through in their life and what is the significance of this National Family Health Survey and why the government is not taking the account of the person with disability. So it will be very good article. We will cover it in the vivid manner. And the second article is a case of unchecked power to restrict free speech. This article is all about a case in the Karnataka High Court, guys. What happened? Twitter has challenged the government's order. Government has ordered the Twitter to stop the or block the Twitter accounts. So regarding this, The Twitter has challenged the order in the High Court, and High Court have given the certain judgment. We will see whether the judgment given by the Karnataka High Court is in the compliance with the Supreme Court judgment or not, and we will see the challenges regarding these judgment. And the third article, which is my favorite article related to biology, genome sequencing, screening for babies unlocks blueprint of health. In this project, in this article, we will see the basics about the genome sequencing, what does it mean, and what projects we have started, India have started for the genome sequencing, and what will be the significant or the importance of the genome sequencing. We will see this in the basic format. We will see all important things related to our mains exam. So let's move into the first article, guys. Making it count. In this article, what they are saying, including disability in the National Family Health Survey, sixth version, will serve the government well. See, guys, what happened? What is the context regarding this article? Recently, the union government has decided to drop the disability specific question from the National Family Health Survey. That is NFHS. Are you getting me, guys? So the government has said they don't want to collect data regarding the disability. What is the reason behind the government response? Government has said that already we have sample registration survey 76th round. In this, we already have collected the very good information regarding the disabled people. And also they said the disability data will not change in fast and furious manner. It will be permanent for a very long time. So already, since we have collected the sample registration survey, the government is saying we don't want to again ask the same data. We don't want to collect the same data again in the National Family Health Survey. So this is the government response. So before moving into the case, let's all see the what is the National Family Health Survey. See, National Family Health Survey is a representative sample of households. What does it mean? See, in India, we have many households. From these many households, we will try to collect data from the sample of household. We will not go to every household like a census. It is just a survey which will be conducted by asking only the sample houses, not all houses. The certain amount of houses will be selected from particular region, and we will collect the data from that random process. So this is the basic about National Family Health Survey. What is the objective behind this? See, whenever we conduct any survey, the government conduct any survey, the main objective is to have the reliable and authentic data so that they can make or create policies and create vision for these people in a very good manner. Are you getting me? To have reliable data for the policy formulation. This is the objective for National Family Health Survey. Who conduct this NFHS? This is conducted by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. See, guys, थोड़ा ध्यान दीजिएगा. This is the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. So it is not the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. See, this is the Family Health Survey. So it is conducted by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Okay, guys. Now, what happened? The government, even though they don't want to collect data in the National Family Health Survey, here the author has tried to give some comparison between the National Family Health Survey and the sample registration survey data. Even though the sample registration survey data is very good, we have collected the very good information regarding the person with disabilities. See, we ask different types of questions with them. How much household? What is their income? Do they have any health problem? Do they have tap water facility? Do they have sanitation facility? So these are the questions we have asked in the national, sample registration survey data. But what the author is saying here, if you see the National Family Health Survey, it will be more holistic than the SRS data, sample registration survey data. Why? What they are saying? Because in the National Family Health Survey, we will try to cover the data from different perspectives. If you see here, what are the different perspectives National Family Health Survey will ask the data from the person with disabilities? If you see, they will collect the health and nutrition status, access to the health schemes, insurance data, sexual behavior, and availability of family planning, use of contraception and domestic violence, household amenities and possessions, lifestyle indicators like what the food they are consuming, how they are living, what are the how dress they are wearing. These are the lifestyle indicators, and also access to drinking water and toilets. So if you see the National Family Health Survey, this survey has are collecting the very good data comparing with the SRS data. So it will be more better, it will be more robust and better than the SRS data. So this is the basic argument the author is trying to say here. Uh, the disability population in India constitute near about 2.83 percentage of population is with disabled people in our India. So we want to collect the reliable data. We want to collect more data from these people so that we can understand well about the problems or challenges of these people. If we don't consider these people in the surveys, then it may create a problem for policy creation. So the author is trying to say here, this seems to be the action done by the government seems to be like they are not more interested in the disabled people. But it is not like that, guys. The author has tried to criticize the government, but in fact, he has given a very good solution. The government should also collect the data for the disabled person. I also agree with that. The government should accept the data from the disabled people. They want to collect the data by the National Family Health Survey because if you want to understand their problem, we need the more reliable data. So I think National Family Health Survey will be very helpful for the government. So they should include the disabled persons. Okay, guys, this is the whole article all about the National Family Health Survey. Let's move into the second article. What is this second article? A case of unchecked power to restrict e-free speech. What is this e-free speech? It's digital free speech. What happened, guys? Our government of India, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, has given an order to Twitter to block certain accounts and to take away certain postings in the Twitter accounts. So after getting order, what the Twitter has did, Twitter appealed to the High Court of India that these blocking order which are passed by the government is not following the procedural ground. So there is some procedural ground to be followed for ensuring the blockage of the posting in the Twitter account. So what happened? Twitter has challenged in the High Court. That is, government has not followed the procedure. What the Karnataka High Court has said? Karnataka High Court has said that government followed the procedure and the procedure followed by the government is correct. The Twitter should comply with the government's order. Basically, the Karnataka High Court has said government is correct in its perspective. The Twitter should follow the government, and also the Karnataka High Court has imposed some monetary fine on the Twitter. So this is the basic change or trend occurring in our India. So regarding this, we have got the article. Now, in this article, what they are trying to say, they are trying to say the Supreme Court judgment regarding the Information Technology Act. They are comparing the Supreme Court judgment and the Karnataka High Court judgment. We will see this article very holistically. Let's move one by one. What is the context all about? I already told you the context. On June 30, 2023, Karnataka High Court has given some order for the Twitter. And after the judgment, what is the major question arising to us? Does the judgment undermines the right to free speech? This is the first question. And the second question is, does this judgment pave the way for state to exercise unchecked power to restrict the freedom of speech? So this is the two questions arising from the judgment. Let's see the other perspective of the case regarding this judgment. If you see the Information Technology Act 2000, in this we have a particular section which is the section 69A. What does this section 69A of IT Act 2000 says? It says that state has the power to give blocking orders, but it should be on the cases of emergency on particular grounds. What are the grounds? The section 69A, as we say, The grounds are if the account or if the post create problem or create a emergency situation regarding the sovereignty and integrity of India, or it create problem to defense of India, if it creates some hurdle for security of the state, if it try to affect the friendly relations with the foreign states, and if it may affect the public order, or it may incite someone to do any cognizable offense. So these are the grounds. On these grounds, any posting in the Twitter or the blog can or the account can be blocked in the Twitter. So this is the section 69A which empowers the state. So based on these grounds, government can give order to the company, digital companies. They want to comply with that order. So based on one reason the government has given the order. We will see what is the reason government has said. If you see the section 69A, it laid down the procedure that this procedure should be followed. So by following the 69A, the government has enacted the rules to follow the 69A, the section 69A. What is the rules? What we call the rules is called Information Technology Procedure and Safeguard for Blocking for Access of Information by Public Rules 2009. So simply we can say it is a blocking rules. Whenever we are imposing any restriction on the freedom of speech, we need to ensure that we are following the section 69A and we are following the blocking rules. Who told this? The Supreme Court has ensured this in the Shreya Singhal versus Union of India case. In that it said, if the government want to abrogate the power of freedom of speech, it should follow the Information Technology Act Section 69A, and along with that, it should also follow the procedure. Are you getting me? It should also follow the blocking rules. Yes. Now, what the case is all about? The case which is for which the Karnataka High Court has given judgment, in that they have challenged the blocking rules procedures are not followed. Are you all getting me? Yes, the blocking rules are not followed by the government. So this is the ground against on which the Twitter has raised the case in the High Court. So what is this blocking rules? In the blocking rules, it has been mentioned clearly. If government want to stop the information from spreading, the government want to give the clear order to the Twitter company. The clear order should be in the written form, and they also contain the reason behind the order. They want to ensure what is the reason behind this. And also, while blocking certain people's account, while blocking certain people's input in the Twitter, posting posts in the Twitter should also ensure they give intimation to that account holder that they are blocking his post for the certain reason what the government has conveyed to them. So are you getting me? There is two rules should be followed. First one, government should intimate the Twitter, and the second one, the Twitter should intimate the same to the account holder. So this is the procedure what we need to follow. What the government has said here, uh, what the Twitter has said, the procedure has been breakthrough. Why? What happened? Because the government has given the order to Twitter, but they not allowed the Twitter to share the reason with the account holder. So this is the case which arises in the Karnataka High Court. But what the Karnataka High Court has given judgment in this regard? Karnataka High Court has observed that Shreya Singhal judgment is correct in this regard, and they tried to infer the other perspective from this Shreya Singhal judgment. They said that if the government order is given to the Twitter company, they may not be conveyed to the user. So what they are saying, we should not decipher it like for every situation it should be conveyed to the user. There will be some certain situation. For those situations, it is not necessary, it is not mandatory that we want to share our data to the account holder, share our reason to the account holder. Are you getting me, guys? Yes. So this is the case which it all happened in the Karnataka High Court. Karnataka High Court said that government has followed the procedure. There is no any procedure breakage here, and everything is correct. And Twitter want to ensure they are paying the fine for this case. So this is guys, this is simple guys. There is a procedural safeguard to ensure the freedom of speech, but the procedural safeguard has been breached by the government. So this is the challenge raised by the Twitter. The High Court has said there is nothing any procedural breach. Everything is correct, and you proceed with the government order. This is the High Court order, but the author is trying to compare the Supreme Court judgment and the Karnataka High Court here. The Supreme Court judgment had ensured the freedom of speech. You all know, guys, we have the freedom of speech under the Article 19. We subclass 1. We have freedom of speech and expression. If government want to restrict our freedom of speech and expression, there are certain grounds on which our freedom of expression can be restricted. The grounds are also mentioned in the Constitution itself, that is the Article 19, subclass 2. In that, there are clearly mentioned the grounds on which our freedom of speech can be restricted. And also, Supreme Court has given clarified in this rare single judgment and under the Section 69A and under the blocking rules that government may restrict our freedom of speech, but on the particular grounds what we have mentioned in the section 69A. So we have certain procedures, certain freedom for the people. And the Karnataka government has also upheld the Supreme Court judgment. Yes, we have the freedom of speech and there is the procedure to be followed. The people who have the account, they are not downtrodden, they did not suffer from some handicap that they are prevented from accessing the remedies available to them. If anyone has affected by the section 69A of the Information Technology Act, they can appeal to the High Court, and the High Court has said yet now no one has appealed to the court that their freedom has been taken away. So section 69A has not been infringed by the government. So this is the observation by the Karnataka High Court. Karnataka High Court has said since yet now we don't have any case regarding the government's disproportionate acting. But the author has tried to brought in the other view. There are many cases going on around the India, but those things are not important for us. We want to just understand the basic crux regarding this judgment. The judgment has said here, government has given the correct order on the basis of to stop the spreading of fake news and misinformation which may lead to the public order. So on basis of this ground, government has given order. High Court has upheld the government order, but the author is saying this base on which the government has given order, it is not mentioned in both the Article 19 and both and also in the Shreya single judgment. Then how can the government issue the order based on this reason? That is the public order. Misinformation, fake news will affect the public order. So this is not at all the ground given in both the Article 19 and the blocking rules. So the author is trying to convince us that Karnataka High Court has somewhat they crossed the judicial jurisdiction. It may be it seems to be a judicial prudence for the author. So let's see what happens. The author is giving the open question to the people. It seems to be the Karnataka's High Court won't decipher. It tried to overcome or tried to give some freedom to the government so that government will act upon our freedom of speech. Basically, guys, we all have freedom of speech to enjoy. But if government is imposing restriction, it should also be up to the certain limit. It should not affect our right. The author has tried to balance the both, and also government should not be given the enormous power. If you see the another case in the Bridge Bhushan and others versus the state of India, the freedom of speech cannot be pre-censored. So if someone pre-censors our freedom of speech, then it is unconstitutional. Whose observation is this? Supreme Court judgment observation. So the government cannot abrogate our freedom of speech. And also, if these things happen, it will create the chilling effect on the freedom of speech. And regarding the Karnataka High Court judgment, the author has tried to give conclusion. It subverts the procedural safeguards that already given to us in the Supreme Court judgment, and also it also erodes the principle of natural justice. Along with that, it also the recently amended IT rules are giving the very strong power to the government, so the government can have a big role or dangerous potential to stop our freedom of speech. This is the article all about, guys. I hope in future also we will get some articles regarding this judgment. I hope I explained you well regarding this article. If you have any doubt, you post in the comment section, guys, and I will try to explain you again. See, I'm repeating the statement because I want to make sure I'm explaining you, I'm giving the strong recognition to that statement again. If I repeat any words, if I repeat any statement, it means that words are very important there. So only I'm repeating it. You don't worry by hearing statements again and again, those statements will be inscribed in your heart and brain so that you will remember those points. Okay, guys, let's move into the third and final article. Genome sequencing screening for babies unlocks blueprint of health. Let's first move into the basics. What is this genome sequencing? काफी लोगों को होता है ये पहली बार सुन रहे होंगे ये नाम. What is genome sequencing? Genome sequencing is the process in that what happens. You all know, guys, our human body, we all have DNA in our chromosome. Okay, guys, what the DNA consists? DNA consists all the information regarding how our body to function, how our body to grow and develop and multiply. So this is the basic information what the DNA give to our body. And what is the genome sequencing? In genome sequencing, we will study all the genes in the DNA. We will try to decipher the what the information the gene possesses in the DNA. So this is the simple basic understanding about the genome sequencing. What we did do in genome sequencing, we will decipher the exact order of base pairs in an individual. What is this base pairs? Base pairs are the unit of DNA. If you want to study the DNA, you want to get into the different base pairs. There are terms like nucleoside, nucleotide, right, guys? So two nucleotides joined together make the base pair. So that is here. By studying the all the base pairs in human body, we can study the human genome. How many base pairs we have in your human body? In our human genome, we have 3.2 billion base pairs. Are you understanding? 3.2 billion base pairs. If we study all these 3.2 billion base pairs, we can easily understand how that human baby will develop into a big human. Like what will be its height, what will be its color, and how much capability, cognitive capability the human that baby will possess. So by studying the base pairs of a baby, we can study the all future history or future information about the baby. What kind of disease it may develop as a genetic disease, and what kind of immunity it may possess. So this is the basic thing about genome sequencing. By studying the genome of a person, by studying the genome of a baby, we can decipher what kind of problems can occur to, what kind of effect the genome will have on the child. So this is the basic thing about genome sequencing for babies. What is the importance of genome sequencing? I already told you. By doing this genome sequencing, we can understand the human's problem, what kind of genetic disease they may develop. There are different importance, there are certain significant regarding this genome sequencing. Why we need genome sequencing in India? Because in India we have very diverse population. We have different ethnicity, tribal culture, modern culture, hinterland people, rural people, urban people. Everyone possess the different characteristic, their human body appearance, because we have different ethnicities in India. So different ethnicities have different DNA sequences. If we study those DNA sequences, it gives us the very good data power to the India so that India can develop medicines according to that ethnicity DNA sequence. Are you getting me? Yes, the data is very important for India because the India has very diverse population. And what is the other thing? By having the genome data, we can link between these data. By studying the proper human data, if we have the another human data which possesses somewhat problem in that data, we can consider this and we can predict if this human or this baby in future will have certain disease. Are you getting me? By studying the healthy person data, by comparing the healthy person data with the disease, yeah, affected genes data, we can ensure that we can by comparing this, we will find in the predetermined time itself that the child will develop some disease in the future. And also by studying the genes, we can also find the cancer possibility in the human body. Yes, by studying the genome sequences, if that child possesses the possibility for cancer development in future, we can find that in the child development phase itself. And if you see, guys, the genome sequencing, the project can be done in the very low prices itself. When they started, it cost near about the $10,000, but in today's days, it has been fallen to the half of that amount. That is near about $5,000. Why we are talking about this genome sequencing? What is the recent development with this genome sequencing? If you see, guys, there has been this general journal published in the newspaper regarding the human genetics. It is the American journal. In that they said they studied the 127 sequences and 127 healthy people and 32 sick infants. By studying this, they just got the information 10% of infants had an unanticipated risk of genetic disease. So, because of getting this information, a better picture of the risk, a future risk for the infant has been known to the doctor. So if you know about the future risk, then we can create the certain medicines. We will prescribe the correct medicine for those infants to overcome that disease. Are you getting me, guys? Yes, by studying the genome sequencing, we can predict the future coming diseases. We can create the prevention power for the infants or the human body. So we have studied what is genome sequencing, what is the importance of genome sequencing. If it possesses this much of importance, do our India have any project regarding the genome sequencing? Yes, we do. We have certain efforts towards genome sequencing. We have the two projects. Please remember this project name. You can mention this in the mains exam. It will be very helpful to you. Indigen project and the Genome India project. Just compare this project. Indigen project is by the CSIR, that is Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, and the Genome project is by the Indian Institute of Science, Bengaluru. How do you remember this? See, Indigen, इंडी सारे जन के लिए क्या बनना है? CSI, सिविल सर्वेंट बनना है. सिविल all gen want to become the civil servant. So indigen is by CSIR. Genome, no. What is this? No. Uh, see, just compare this. Just keep this as a keyword to remember. Genome. So Indian Institute of Science. If you are not passing UPSC, you will go to the Indian Institute of Science, Bengaluru. So, Genome. So, Gen, for everyone, we want to become civil servants. So, CSIR, Genome. If you are not passing UPSC, you will go to the Indian Institute of Science. So just remember this, create any code word to remember this. And what is this Indigen project? In this, we will try to study the genetic, enable the genetic epidemiology and develop public health technologies using the population genome data. We will collect the genome data, and according to that, we will create the health technologies. And also, by creating these health technologies, it will enhance our India's capacity to overcome the future coming diseases. It will be a major change in our biomedical science. Are you getting me, guys? We will understand the human genome. What is this Genome India project by the IASC? See, in the Genome India project, they are trying to build a grid of Indian reference genome. So that is the Genome India project. We are going to create the reference genome. Reference genome means we will study all the Indians genome, and from these genome data we will create the reference genome. So by using this reference genome we can compare with the all the people, and we will predict the health people, and we can predict the disease in the upcoming future. So these are the two projects regarding the genome sequencing. What are the ethical challenges with this genome sequencing? See, it may raises a ethical concerns, like so if the privacy data has been leaked, it may ultimately affect the right to privacy, and also it may create psychological impact on families if they come to know before itself that in future they will get some disease. It will create the psychological barrier, right? Correct. So these are the ethical challenges with the genome sequencing. And as a conclusion, what the author is trying to give here, he is trying to balance the technology development along with the privacy. Whenever we have any technological development, ultimately it will infringe on privacy of people's development. So here the author is saying we want to ensure that technology is balanced with the welfare of the people and also ensuring the privacy to the people. So we must ensure the genome sequencing are done in a very prescribed and careful manner. We should ensure the delicate balance between the benefits and the harm of the technology. The author is also saying in the future, this technology will become and it will ensure that it is the right of every child to study the genome sequencing. Are you getting me? In future, it will become the right to study the genome sequencing for everyone. So that's it, guys. Today, I tried to cover you the important articles only. I don't found any news articles which should be helpful for your exam preparation. So I'm completing this with the only three articles. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you like the video, please press the like button. If you want to give me any suggestion, please give me in the comment section. I will try to improve my video. And don't forget to touch the subscriber button. Along with that, also touch the bell icon button so that you get all the videos which we post in our Baji Rao IAS Academy. So thank you so much, guys. Have a nice day.